Cheating only seems stupid when you get caught. And the people in this video know exactly what that feels like, because today we're showing you 10 clips of people being caught red-handed in the act. And it's not just some of the most shameless cheating scandals. We've also got YouTubers who ruthlessly faked their videos, homeless people pretending to have disabilities, and much more. We're kicking things off with a truly bizarre cheating incident that took place at a competition that is already strange enough on its own. We're talking about the legendary Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest in New York, where the challenge is which contestant can devour the most hot dogs within 10 minutes. At the speed these participants shove hot dogs down their throats, even the judges can miss something now and then, just like in 2024, when a video suddenly surfaced after the contest showing how one participant apparently cheated. Nick Wary from Connecticut grabbed an empty plate from another contestant after the time was up and added it to his own stack, which falsely earned him 5 additional hot dogs. But this brazen act of cheating brought him nothing but ridicule because he still didn't make it onto the podium. With 46 hot dogs in 10 minutes, he only placed 4th. But it gets far worse than that. In the city of Altlay in China, a man encountered a beggar on the street who supposedly had no legs and used a skateboard to get around. While everyone else felt sorry for him, the man suddenly remembered that he had seen the beggar earlier that same morning, getting off a bus without a skateboard and with 2 perfectly healthy legs. He immediately understood the scam and decided to expose the supposed homeless man. Let's move on to 2 cheaters whose shameless stunt made headlines around the world. It all started, innocently enough, with the kiss cam at a Coldplay concert. On a giant screen, couples from the audience were shown and encouraged to kiss in front of the camera. That's when this footage was captured. From their reaction alone, it was crystal clear the pair were trying to keep things low-key and were probably having an affair.
Oh, look at these 2. All right, come on, you're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
The only problem, someone filmed the whole thing and posted it online. And even worse, the 2 were immediately recognized by the public. The man was Andy Byron, the CEO of the successful company Astronomer, and the woman was his HR chief, Kristen Cabot. The situation was scandalous, not only because romantic relationships within a company are frowned upon in the United States, but mainly because both of them were married. Andy's wife separated from him immediately afterward, and he also lost his job. Kristen's marriage fell apart as well. Next up is what you could call a full-blown epidemic of scammers that the YouTuber Honest Guide exposed in a viral video about a year ago. For several years now, more and more con artists have been operating around the Eiffel Tower in Paris, using shell games to rip off unsuspecting tourists. The problem was that no one could prove how the scam worked, until Honest Guide decided to take them on. Their method is simple but ingenious. They operate in small groups. One member acts as the shell game operator. This person has 3 cups and a small foam ball. Tourists are offered a bet. They can place money and guess under which cup the ball is hidden. If they guess correctly, their money is doubled. To lure tourists into playing, the other group members step in. They pretend to be tourists themselves and also place bets. When they lose, they simply keep betting, encouraging real tourists to do the same. The problem is that no matter which cup the tourists choose, the ball is never underneath it. Just before revealing the result, the operator secretly makes the ball disappear in his hand. By now, an entire network of scammers is behind these shell game operators. Besides the operator and the decoys, there are also other members who make sure no one films the scam. That's why Honest Guide's footage is so rare. The guy in the next video grabbed himself a uniform and a toolbox, and apparently thought that alone would be enough to earn more money than any trained tradesperson. But what he really wanted to fix was just his bank account. As an experiment revealed, he was the textbook definition of a scammer. An American TV station set him up. They equipped a house with hidden cameras and hired him to repair an air conditioner. The air conditioner was actually brand new and fully functional. Only a single wire had been tampered with. Real experts could have fixed it in no time. But the employee from Gold Medal Service was anything but an air conditioning expert. He was simply a professional at inventing problems where none existed. He convinced the homeowner that he had found a leak in the system and quoted repair costs of $1,700, more than 10 times what reputable companies would have charged. That was the moment the camera crew revealed themselves and exposed the scammer. How did he react? See for yourself.
Sure. I'm not really the homeowner. I'm Lisa Guerrero with Inside Edition, and we know that that air conditioning unit does not need all the repairs that you just told me it needed. All you needed to do was to connect 2 wires that weren't connected. Were you trying to upsell me?
He packed up his gear and drove off. He took off in such a hurry, he left this tool bag behind.
Let's continue with a man who has been accused of cheating hundreds of times in all sorts of contexts, Donald Trump. Recently, a video surfaced from Trump's own golf course in Turnberry, Scotland. You can see Trump arriving in a golf cart, but take a closer look at his caddy. The caddy secretly drops a golf ball into an ideal position for the president. The clip clearly suggests that Trump is cheating with the help of his caddies, and that no one around him dares to speak up. The video quickly went viral and millions of viewers made fun of it. Cheating incidents like these may be embarrassing, but they're not truly dangerous. Other attempts at deception, however, can have serious consequences. That was the case for David Alsop, a pilot for the airline Southwest. He was about to depart on his next flight from Georgia to Chicago when he was pulled out of the cockpit just before takeoff. The reason, police officers noticed a strong smell of alcohol on him. David claimed that the odor came from a nicotine pouch in his mouth.
Well, I can smell an odor consistent with an alcoholic beverage.
Oh, sorry. These.
What is that?
Rose.
But when officers also observed his red eyes and slightly unsteady walk, they conducted several tests. He was asked to walk up and down the aisle, and they requested a blood test, which he initially refused. He kept making excuses and tried to mislead the officers, but eventually agreed to the test. The result was clear. David Alsop did indeed have alcohol in his blood in a situation where absolute sobriety is mandatory. The consequences followed quickly. He was immediately suspended from his duties as a pilot because intoxication in aviation can be life-threatening. Now back to a case that's somewhat less serious, although the woman involved in this video would probably disagree. If you were to ask around about the worst possible time to cheat, most people would probably give the same answer: your wedding day. Unfortunately, that worst-case scenario became reality for this bride, right in front of all her assembled relatives. Some people, on the other hand, try to deceive the entire public. That includes the 31-year-old YouTuber Joey Salads from New York. In one of his YouTube videos, he claimed to show how much Black Americans hate President Donald Trump. His plan was to park a car covered in Trump stickers in the middle of a predominantly African-American neighborhood and film how the residents allegedly freaked out.
This shit open? Oh, it's open, bro. This shit open, G's. Oh. Yo, G's, this shit open. I'm with Trump. Yo, this shit ain't got. That's what I'm saying, bro. Yo, I got the bad leg behind Troy. Oh, shit. Oh, hold on. Yo, y'all fucking wrong.
And conveniently enough, that's exactly what happened. The video went viral, millions of views, endless debates. The only problem was that a Twitter user later revealed that Joey had staged the entire scene himself. The angry passers-by were nothing more than hired actors, Joey was hit with a massive backlash and was labeled a racist. Maybe next time he should be more careful about how he handles such sensitive topics. And finally, we come to an unbelievable case. Sometimes it takes quite a while before partners find out they're being cheated on. But in this situation, all it took was a handyman, an apartment, and hidden cameras. Because the woman in this video wastes no time, to put it mildly. While her boyfriend is away on a business trip, she lets a plumber into the apartment to fix her sink. Throughout the repair, she stays nearby and occasionally edges a little too close on purpose. The handyman picks up on the signals and eventually stops working to suddenly lunge at the woman. Shortly afterward, they disappear together into the bedroom. The boyfriend is able to watch the entire scenario through the cameras and has to find out, in a very unpleasant way, that his girlfriend doesn't always take her relationship status all that seriously. Cheating can have many different faces. Which of these cases shocked you the most, or maybe even made you laugh? Let us know down in the comments, and feel free to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it.